Good day everyone, I'm Vincent Gonoon and today I will be presenting a topic, technology and innovation. So what is technology? Technology is the use of scientific knowledge to create tools, systems, or methods that solve problems and make life easier. It helps improve efficiency and our daily activities, industries, and communication. What is innovation? Innovation means creating or improving ideas, products, or processes to add value and make things better. It is the process of turning creative ideas into something useful that benefits people or society. Technology and innovation relationship. Technology and innovation work hand in hand. Innovation drives the creation of new technology while technology enables further innovation. Together they will progress and bring positive change to our world. Importance in society. Technology and innovation are essential for modern life. They help improve communication, education, healthcare, transportation, and business. They also drive economic growth and make our lives more comfortable and connected. Example of technological innovation. Some major examples of modern technological innovation include artificial intelligence (AI) machines that think and learn like humans, Internet of Things (IoT) smart devices that connect and share data, renewable energy clean power from sunlight, wind, and water, blockchains, secure digital record-keeping technology, biotechnology using biology for medical and agricultural advance. Technology life cycle. The technology life cycle explains how technology changes over time. It starts with innovation, grows as it becomes popular, reach maturity when widely used, and eventually declines with replaced by newer technology. Technology life cycle graph. This graph is show how the performance and adoption of a technology change throughout its life cycle from early innovation to maturity and slow down. It helps visualize how technology evolves over time. Technology dissemination pattern and adopter categories. This concept explains how people adopt new technology. Adoption happens in stage from the first users to the last ones. Understanding these patterns helps companies know how to introduce new technologies effectively. Adopter categories graph. This graph shows two curves, the bell-shaped curve and the shape curve. The bell curve represents the number of people adopting over time, while that curve shows the cumulative growth. The five adopter groups are innovators, early adopters, early majority, late majority, and laggards.
Good day everyone, my name is Jethro Brian B. Baricante. Today I'll be discussing technology leadership and followership. two strategic approach that organizations use in adopting and developing new technologies. We'll explore their advantages, disadvantages, and the factors that determine whether a company should lead or follow in technology innovation. Technology leadership refers to being among the first to create or adopt new technologies. As the saying goes, timing is everything. Companies like 3M, Amazon, Nike, and Merck maintain their competitive positions through early innovation and technological development. However, this approach involves significant risk and investment. For example, Apple is one of the best known examples of technology leadership. The Macintosh revolutionized computing with its graphical interface and mouse. Later innovation like the iPad, iPhone, and iPad further reinforced Apple's reputation as a pioneer. Its continued focus on design and user experience shows how sustained innovation can shape an entire industry. Here's a summary from Exhibit 17.4 showing both sides of technology leadership. For the advantages of technology leadership offers several key advantages. First, there's a first mover advantage where the leader faces little or no competition initially. Leaders often enjoy greater efficiency, higher profit margins, and a sustainable competitive edge. Being first also helps establish entry barriers and capture the best market niches. Finally, leaders gain valuable learning opportunities that can lead to continuous improvement and innovation. Disadvantages of technology leadership. Leadership also comes with drawbacks. It involves greater risk and high development costs. There's also the expense of educating the market and building infrastructure to support the new technology. Leaders may face product failures, market uncertainty, and even cannibalization of their existing products. In short, while the rewards can be high, the risks are equally significant. Sustaining technology leadership. To maintain their edge, leaders must keep innovating. For example, 3M invests around 6% of its annual revenue into research and development to sustain innovation. In industries like pharmaceutical, patents are essential for protecting new products and ensuring temporary market exclusivity. Strong brand reputation and customer loyalty also play major roles in sustaining a leadership position. Technology followership. Not every company needs to be technology leader. Many successful firms adopt a followership strategy, learning from the leader's experience and avoiding early risk. Followerships can support both low cost and differentiation strategies. Companies like Microsoft and Facebook have thrived by improving upon existing innovation, refining them to better meet customer needs. For the benefits of technology leadership, technology followership has clear advantages. Followers can save on research, and development costs, face fewer risks, and benefit from lessons learned by leaders. They can refine or adapt technologies for better performance or customer fit. Moreover, they often enter the market at a time when consumers are more ready and informed about new technology. In strategic consideration, in deciding whether to lead or follow, companies must assess their competitive strategy, resources, and market readiness. The right timing is key. Adapting technology too early or too late can be both costly. Ultimately, the goal is to balance opportunity, cost, and risk to achieve a sustainable competitive advantage. Thank you.
Good day everyone, me and Jamila will be discussing the critical concepts of assessing technology needs. Assessing technology needs involves evaluating an organization's current technology and identifying what's needed to improve efficiency and effectiveness. It helps in making informed decisions about technology investment and aligning them with business goals. For example, sa dit na tindahan sa Bado, sa Dibaaw. Ading sa dit na tindahan Kimbado, uban na ngaya, 10 years na. 10 years na sindang nagtitinda. Nawamang niminda na diri sindang nagbabakalan kasang kadakol lang nagbabakal sa online like Shopee, Lazada, and dawas sa Facebook agad na marketplace. Ading para tinda, daman isi sa paggamit kin social media, and paraan para magbenta online. So, to assess their technology needs, they will evaluate their current technology. They realize they don't know how to use social media for sales. Wala silang websites, and di rin sila tao mag-process kin bayad online. Next is identifying their needs. They need to learn how to use social media, create a website, and find a way to collect online payments. Arog ka GCash and Paymaya. Sunod, make informed decisions. They will enroll in social media marketing training, have a small website created, and apply for GCash or Paymaya to facilitate payments from customers. In this way, the store will know what technology they need to sell online and keep with the competition. The foundational role of a technology audit. A technology audit serves as the cornerstone for any organization seeking to leverage technology for strategic gain. It is a structured process designed to clarify the key technologies on which an organization depends, providing a clear picture of the current technological landscape within the enterprise. Adiman po isa technology audit na ba na pundasyon kaasad nagasali. Amo di importanteng unang hakbang dapat gibon bago epektibong magamit a usad na organisasyon at technology to achieve its goals. Here's the key technologies. Number 1, cornerstone for strategic gain. A technology audit is the basis for strategic decisions about technology within a clear understanding of what technology is already in place and how it's being used. It's impossible to make informed decisions about future investment or improvements. Number 2, structured process. It's not just a casual review. A technology audit is a formal, organized process with specific goals and methods. This ensures that the assessment is thorough, consistent, and reliable. Number 3, clarifying key technologies. The main purpose is to identify and clarify the most important technologies that the organization depends on. This includes hardware, software, networks, and any other digital tools that are crucial for business operations. Number 4, providing a clear picture. The audit creates a snapshot of the current states of technology within the organization. It shows what technologies are being used, how well they are performing, and whether they are aligned with business objectives. Number 5, understanding dependencies. It helps to understand which processes are dependent on specific technology. Number 5, understanding dependencies. It helps to understand which processes are dependent on specific technologies. This is crucial for identifying potential risks and vulnerabilities. Number 6, identifying strengths and weaknesses. The audit reveals the strengths of the current technology infrastructure and identifies areas where improvements are needed. This helps to prioritize investment and allocate resources effectively. Measuring current technologies. Before managers can define strategies for developing and exploiting technological innovation, they must gain a clear understanding of their current technology base. A technology audit helps identify which technologies are most important. The most important thing about a new technology is it competitive value? One technique for measuring competitive values uses four technology categories. Number 1, emerging technologies. Number 2, pacing technologies. Number 3, key technologies. And 4, base technologies. For number 1, emerging technologies are still under development and thus are unproved. They may, however, significantly alter the rules of competition in the future. Managers should monitor emerging technologies but may not invest in them until they are developed more fully. Number 2, pacing technologies have yet to prove their full value but have the potential to alter the rules of competition. When first installed, computer aided manufacturing was a pacing technology. Its potential was not fully understood, but companies that use it effectively realize major speed and cost advantages. Emerging technologies are future possibilities that need monitoring, while pacing technologies are current opportunities that can provide a competitive edge if used effectively. Key technologies have proven effective and provide advantage because not everyone uses them. They continue to provide some first-mover advantage. A key technology for Intel is a powerful proprietary processing chip. Eventually, alternatives to key technologies can emerge. Until alternatives merge, key technologies provide a major competitive edge that prevents trends from new entrants. The last one is base technologies. Base technologies are commonplace in the industry. Everyone in the industry must have them. Thus, they provide little or no advantage. Managers have to invest merely to ensure their organization continue competitiveness. Key technologies offer a competitive edge and potential for innovation, while base technologies are essential for basic competence and survival in the industry. Here's the technology evolution: electronic word processing, the late 1970s, emerging technology, early 1980s, pacing technology, mid-1980s, key technology, and late 1980s, base technology, and the present is routine activity in almost every office.
Assessing external technological trends. Key techniques for assessing technological trends. Benchmarking. Comparing company practice with industry leader to identify gaps and opportunities. Scanning. Monitoring new and emerging technologies that may impact the business. Market research. Studying customer needs and technological adoption rates. Collaboration. Partnering with research institutions and other organizations to access new knowledge. Scanning emerging technologies. Scanning identifies new and developing technologies that could transform that industry. It often involves tracking research journals, attending conferences, and studying global innovation. Example: IBM's True North chip represents a breakthrough in neuromorphic computing. Benchmarking. Benchmarking identifies current practice and compares them with the competitor or industry standard. It helps organizations discover strengths, weaknesses, and areas for improvement. For example, Harley-Davidson is improved its manufacturing after studying Honda's production methods. Importance of accessing technological trends. Helps companies stay competitive and innovative. Enables early identification of opportunities and trends. Improve decision-making and investment in new technologies. Supports long-term business sustainability and growth. Conclusion: Assessing external technological trends is vital for any organization that wants to remain relevant and competitive. Through benchmarking, scanning, and continuous monitoring, companies can align their strategies with technological advancement.
Making decision technology. What is decision technology? Making decision technology is a process of selecting the most suitable technological tools, system, or solution to meet an organization or individual. It involves analyzing current needs, evaluating available options, and determining which technology provides the best balance of effectiveness, efficiency, and cost. So, making technology decision help organization choose the right innovation to stay competitive. Manager must evaluate several key factors before adopting new technologies. Yung making decision technology daw po ay tungkol siya sa pagpapasya kung anong technology ang dapat gamitin ng isang organization o negosyo para manatiling competitive o makasabay sa pagbabago ng panahon. Dito daw po is kailangang pag-aralan muna ng mga manager ang iba't ibang factors bago gumamit o mag-adapt ng bagong technology, tulad ng kung magiging kapaki-pakinabang ba ito, kung subalit ba yung gastos, ay kung makakatulong ba ito sa long-term goals ng kumpanya. Anticipated market receptiveness. Manage first. Assess whether customers are ready to accept new technology. In short term, the technology should provide an immediate benefit. Long term, it should also meet future market needs. Yung anticipated market receptiveness daw po ay sinusuri muna ng mga manager kung handa na rin ba ang mga customer o market na tanggapin ang bagong technology. Yung short term, dapat may agarang benepisyo o resulta ang technology. Halimbawa, mapabilis daw po yung trabaho. Doon naman tayo sa long term. Dapat makasabay siya sa pangmatagalang pangangailangan ng merkado sa hinaharap. Sa madaling sabi, ang paggawa ng technology decision ay hindi lang basta pagpili ng bago at maganda, kundi maingat na pagdedesisyon para masiguro ang napiling technology ay dapat makatulong sa kasalukuyan at sa hinaharap. Yung example niya is, retail company like Massey and Nordstrom introduce and store technologies such as selfie walls, 3D printing, and personalized shoe boutiques to attract tech-savvy shoppers. This innovation helped bridge the gap between online and physical store, keeping customer engaged. Technological feasibility. Manager must check if technology is technically possible to develop or use. A great idea may not succeed if the technology is not yet reliable or advanced enough. Yung technological feasibility daw is tungkol naman daw po ito sa pagsusuri kung possible ba at handa na bang gamitin o i-adapt ang isang technology. Kailangang tiyakin ng mga manager na maaasahan at sapat na advance ang technology bago ito ipatupad. Kahit maganda ang idea, hindi ito matagumpay kung hindi pa kayang gawin ng kasalukuyang technology. Yung example ng technological feasibility is facial recognition system were once a challenge for security experts because early technology could not accurately identify faces. Only after improvement in artificial intelligence and image processing did the system become feasible for airports and business. Sinasabi dito sa example na Noon, hirap yung mga security experts sa facial recognition daw dahil hindi pa kayang makilala ng tama ang mukha ng tao. Pero nung umunlad ang AI image processing, naging possible na itong gamitin sa mga airports at negosyo.
Economic viability. Technological feasibility relates closely to economic viability. Apart from whether a firm can pull off a technological innovation, executives must find enough financial incentive to try. Hydrogen-powered fuel cell technology for automobiles is almost feasible technically, but its costs are still too high. Even with lower cost, lack of supporting social infrastructure such as hydrogen refilling stations remains a barrier to economic viability. Example, hydrogen-powered cars are environmentally friendly and technically possible, but they are still expensive to produce and lack enough refilling stations. This limits their economic viability for mass use. Ang economic viability daw po ay tumutukoy sa kung gaano kapraktikal at kapaki-makinabang sa aspeto ng pera ang isang produkto o ideya. Anticipated capability development. Organizations should use technologies that match or enhance their existing strengths. If their current skills are not enough, they can develop or acquire new capabilities. Example, Merck, a pharmaceutical company, traditionally focused on chemistry-based drugs, but saw opportunities in biotechnology to adapt. Merck formed partnerships and acquired biotech startups to strengthen its capabilities in new drug development. Anticipated capability daw is kailangan ng mga organisasyon na gumamit ng mga teknolohiya na makakatulong para mas mapa-improve o mapa-enhance ang kanilang mga kakayahan. Organizational suitability. A company's culture and management style must support innovation. If leaders and employees are open to change, new technology are more likely to success. Example, Airbnb and SoulCycle have innovative forward thinking cultures. They encourage creativity and risk-taking, allowing them to introduce new digital tools and customer experiences successfully. Ang ibig sabihin daw po ng organizational, dapat ang kultura at pamamalakad ng isang kumpanya ay sumusuporta sa innovation o pagbabago. Kung ang mga leader at employee ay open-minded at handang mag-adapt, mas madali para sa kanila na mapatupad ng bagong teknolohiya. Conclusion. Making technology decisions requires balancing market readiness, technical feasibility, economic sense, organizational capabilities, and cultural fit. Companies that consider all these factors like Rethink Robotics, Merck, and Macy's are better positioned to successfully adapt and benefit from technological innovations. Sa conclusion naman, sinasabi dito na ang pagdesisyon tungkol sa teknolohiya ay dapat balanse. Kailangan isaalang-alang ang market readiness, technical feasibility, economic sense.
Good day everyone. I'm Mark and together with Regine, we'll be discussing our topic, the sourcing and acquiring new technologies. This presentation will help us understand how companies get access to new technologies, whether they make it on their own or buy it from other companies or work together through partnerships. Learning this is important because technology plays a huge role in helping businesses stay competitive, improve their services, and reach their goals faster. And this is the introduction. Developing new technology often involves research and development laboratories. But innovation can also originate from suppliers, universities, or other companies. Every industry explores multiple sources to meet its technological needs and goals. When we hear the words technology, we often think of high-tech laboratories and scientists doing experiments. But in reality, new technology can come from many different sources. It can come from suppliers, universities, or even other companies. Each industry constantly looks for new ideas and innovation to meet their needs and improve their operation. This shows that technology is not limited to one place and it can come from anywhere as long as there creativity and collaboration. The make or buy decision. Organization must determine whether to develop a technology internally or acquire it externally. Each option provides distinct benefits in terms of cost, exclusivity, and time. One important decision that companies have to make is the make or buy decision. This means deciding whether they should develop the technology inside the company or buy it from outside sources. If they make it themselves, they have full control over it, and it can give them a big competitive advantage. However, it also means spending more time, effort, and money. On the other hand, buying or acquiring technology from outside can save time and sometimes money, but it might not be unique. So companies have to carefully balance their options based on cost, times, and goals. And the internal development. Internal development allows companies to keep technology ah, proprietary and strengthen their competitive advantage. However, it requires significant investment in time, funding, and skilled personnel. Global research centers help companies innovate while protecting their intellectual property. When a company chooses to develop technology on its own, it's called internal development. This approach lets the company keep the technology private and gives them full ownership. It's a great way to build their own identity and stay ahead of competitors. For example, large companies often have research centers that focus on inventing new products or improving existing ones. However, internal development also has challenges. It can be very expensive, require skilled experts, and takes a lot of time. Despite that, many companies still prefer it because it strengthens their long-term innovation and capabilities. And the external acquisition method. External acquisition can be achieved through several methods, like purchase, buying a technology that already exists. This is the simplest and fastest method. And the contracted development, hiring another company or group to design and develop the technology for them.
And the licensing, paying a certain fee to use another company technology. And each method helps the company access new technology more quickly, but it also depends on how much control they want to have. Ano niya? Ano? Altot niya nila?
Technology trading involves exchanging technologies between companies to lower costs and improve productivity. For instance, Batesville Cascade Company applied Toyota's lean production techniques to increase efficiency and reduce manufacturing time. So, in short, technology trading is all about sharing and swapping technologies to make things cheaper and more efficient for companies. Research partnership and joint ventures. Research partners and joint ventures allow companies to share expertise, resources, and risk. This collaboration often results in faster innovation and cost reduction. An example is the partnership between Nestle Health Science and SciMed to develop nutritional and medicinal products. In summary, research partnership joint ventures is when companies team up to share knowledge and resources, which lead to faster innovation and cost saving. Acquiring a technology owner. Companies may acquire another firm to gain access to proprietary technology. This provides full control and integration of new innovations. For example, Facebook acquired Oculus and other technology firms to strengthen its digital ecosystem. In short, acquiring a technology owner is when a company buys another company to get their technology, giving them full control over it. Digital world. The digital collaboration enable companies and institutions to share information globally. Examples include GlaxoSmithKline's Open Data Research for Disease and the University of Washington's collaboration with Foldit.com. Technology and online platforms accelerate discovery and innovation. The digital world is all about using online tools and technologies to share information and collaborate globally, and which speed up innovation. Conclusion. Technology can be developed, purchased, or shared through partnership and acquisition. The ideal approach depends on a company's resources, strategy, and innovation goals. Successful firms balance development speed, cost, and competitive advantage in acquiring new technologies. So basically, the conclusion is that there are different ways to get technology, and the best way depends on the company situation. They need to balance speed, cost, and being better than their competitors.
I am Edgar Siganlas and I'm here to report technology and managerial roles together with Albaroni Kashane. So, what is technology and managerial roles? Technology refers to the application of scientific knowledge, tools, and techniques to solve problems or make tasks easier, faster, and more efficient. Managerial roles are the different responsibilities and action that managers perform to effectively lead and organize people within an organization. Ay, So here's the three main types of managerial roles. Interpersonal roles, dealing with people. For example, a manager talks to employees when they have problems at work, or a manager motivates the team like saying good job, keep it up. Informational roles, handling and sharing information. For example, a manager shares important updates like new schedules or rules. And a manager collects information such as checking the sales report for the week. Decisional roles, making choice and solving problems. For example, a manager decide who will do each task in a project. A manager solve problems like fixing disagreements between employees. Next. Two primary roles. Two. Chief Information Officer or CIO. Chief Technology Officer or CTO. Next. Chief Information Officer or CIO, primary responsible for internal technology system, ISIT, infrastructure and applications. Ensures data security, system reliability, and efficient operation. Oversees the company's IT development and implement IT strategy. Chief Technology Officer, CTO. Focus on external technology science and R&D, research and development. Manage the technological aspects of the company's core products or service. Responsible for anticipating and adapting to new technologies. Driving innovation, key champions. Product champion, the entrepreneur person who recognizes the push the new technology or product service. Technical individual who develop or installs and operates the technology. Executive champion, the individual with the status, authority, and resources to support the innovation or change, provide financial banking, and coordinates organization support for innovation. Next. Understanding the technology's life cycle. The time and cost of developing the technology, the timeline of cost recovery, and models of making the technology yield a profit. For example, when a company creates a new technology, it costs a lot of money at the start. After selling the technology, the company slowly gets back the money they spent. When the product becomes popular, the company start earning profit. Next na.
Teka. So, stages overview. Stages overview is the process a new technology goes through from its introduction to its replacement by a newer one. So, good evening everyone. Before we dive into our discussion, let's take a quick look at the technology life cycle. Basically, it's the whole journey, the whole shebang that new technology goes through. Next. So, it's the technology life story from its very introduction until its eventually doom
ay, old news and is replaced by something much and much better. It's super crucial to understand these stages. Why? Because it tells us when to invest and when to back out. You don't want to be the last one holding to something so past, right? So we need to be strategic. So let's check out the three major phases of this exciting cycle. Next, sino po pwede mag-read? Abo nyo? Sige po, Beverly.
Saan na sa stage? One?
Lahat po.
Sige po. Stage 1. R&D and commercialization risks are high. The rate of product characteristics performance is low. Slow. Stage 2 is ano to? Anong pronounce ka?
Which one?
Sa stage 2, anong pronounce ka sa una?
Ascent.
Okay. Ascent or growth, initial problems are resolved, new competitors emerge, the rate of performance progress is steep. Stage 3 is maturity. The technology reaches its maximum utility. The S-curve flattens and development shifts to incremental improvements.
So, thank you so much, Beverly Botor. So, stage 1, R&D and commercialization. This is the trial and error stage. This is the beginning. It's the labor of love stage where the technology is being developed and just starting to launch. Naturally, the risks are high. I mean, it's not guaranteed hit yet, and then the rate of performance progress is actually quite slow. It's like a new startup. It needs time to find its footing. You have to spend a lot of money just to make small improvement. The stage 2 is ascent or growth. This is the A-list stage. This is where it gets really exciting. The initial bugs are fixed, the market starts obsessing over it, and suddenly the technology is trending, the rate of performance progress becomes step. It improves so fast, it's like an escalators going up, but warning lang, this is also when new competitors emerge. They see you succeeding, so they want into the action. You have to move fast. You need you have to move fast here to maintain your edge. The stage 3 naman po is maturity, the established classic stage. The comfortable pace, the technology has reached its peak, its maximum utility, the famous S-curve kind of flattens out. Meaning we won't see any groundbreaking, mind-blowing leaps anymore. Development shift to incremental improvements. Think minor updates and new color, a slightly better battery, and it's stable, reliable, but it's just a matter of time before the next big thing along. So, next po. Aray. Um, Example, World Wide Web. World Wide Web example for stage 1, 2, and 3. To really get this, let's use a great example, the World Wide Web, our beloved internet. For stage 1 example, this was the initial development period. Think of the birth of core protocols like HTML and HTTP. It was super technical, very few people knew how to use it. It was still a nice thing, high risk and high effort, and low usage. For stage 2 example, then came the rapid adoption like Hello Nescafe. This was the time of early web browsers and the starts of basic e-commerce. Suddenly everyone was getting online. It was a chaotic, exciting free for all where technology was improving daily. And for stage 3 example, this is where we are now. Widespread use and maturity, browsers are advanced, search engines are smart, and the standards are solidified. The core web technology is complete. Our innovation now are mostly built on top um, of the web like AI or super fast streaming. We're just making it more convenient, 'di ba? Not fundamentally changing it. Next po. Okay. Say po, pwede magbasa. Akawan niyo. Sige na po. Go, love. Uda. Okay, ako na lang. Strategic choices and technology adoption. So, technology leadership, making products more distinctive and unique supports a strategy and differentiation, requires heavy investment in R&D and high risk tolerance. The second one is technology followership strategy. This is adapting innovation made by others, often at a lower cost, supports a strategy of cost leadership, requires excellent technological scanning and high efficiency. So, so, um, saan na ako? When you're facing a new technology, your company has to make a very critical choice. It's like choosing your career path. You know, option one is the technology leadership strategy. This is for a company that wants to be the first mover. They want their product to be distinctive or unique, supporting a differentiation strategy. You're selling a premium quality, a different experience, but girl, you need you need serious guts for this. It requires heavy investment in R&D, and you have to accept the high risk tolerance because well your brilliant idea might flop. The option 2 is the technology followership strategy. This is the smart, pragmatic choice. You let others take the risk and you just adopt their innovation, usually at at a much lower cost. This support a cost leadership strategy. Your goal is to be cheaper, more efficient, and accessible. To pull this off, you need to be an expert stalker, meaning excellent technological scanning to know what's working and high operational efficient to keep those costs down. but are valid pero dapat matchy-matchy ang business ng goals mo. Next. So, organizing for innovation. These are the characteristics and overcoming barriers. Okay, having a great idea is only like 10% of the battle. For innovation to actually happen, your organization needs to be designed for it. You need a culture that makes innovation easy and fun. Let's talk about the key characteristics. Number one is fostering a culture that encourages entrepreneurship. You need people who are willing to take calculated risks and have the freedom to experiment. We also love to cross functional teams. These are the teams that bring together people from different departments. They break down walls, allows for flexible development, and make sure everyone is committed long term. Then you have to focus on overcoming barriers, or as we call it, um, bureaucracy busting. Management must actively promote teamwork and eliminate those internal silos. You know, when one department refuses to talk to the other, we need open communication of ideas, not just internally but also with our external partners. Innovation is a team sport, so let's be social. Next po. So, innovation through design thinking. Design thinking, definition, process, and development, project definition. So, how do the best companies actually do innovation? They use something called design thinking. This is basically a very chic and methodical way of creating solutions. What makes it special? It's a human centered approach. We don't start with the technology, we start with the user. We focus on their needs, their pain points, and then we create something effective. Um, that's why we heavily rely on observation, prototyping, and testing. The process is structured into three main phases. First is empathy or inspiration. You need to become an expert observer of your users, what inspires them, and what makes them tick. This is the creative stage where you brainstorm, sketch, and refine the ideas we want quantity and quality. The second one is implementation and prototyping. This is the proof of concept stage. We build and test a rough version of the solution to see if it actually works. Finally, remember that the development project is the formal way a company executes this. It requires a committed team, clear goals, and adequate resources. No shortcuts, no shortcuts allowed. Then next, next. Okay. In conclusion, managing for competitive advantage. Key takeaways and final thought. To wrap up our fabulous discussion, let's look at the key takeaways from staying competitive. First, your leadership is crucial. Roles like a CIO and CTO and your internal innovation champions are essential. And always make sure Your lead versus follow strategy aligns with your business goal. Don't just follow the crowd, be the crowd's leader. The second one is innovation needs more than just a boss saying innovate. It requires a truly supportive culture and consistent, dedicated development effort. You can't be half-hearted about it. The third one is always keep an eye on that technology life cycle. Monitor it closely so you can make timely strategic decisions. You need to know when to invest more in R&D and when it times to say goodbye to an old tech. And the final thought for all of you, successful innovation is about more than just a great idea you thought of over coffee. It requires effective organization, strong, decisive leadership, and a long-term commitment to develop. Thank you. I hope you learned a lot to our discussion, and that's all po.
Reina?